And that was the sign. The sign was, you can hear us. You're listening to us. You're receiving the signs. You have discernment. Hello and welcome to Twilahfaye. I hope that this video helps you and guides you through your spiritual journey. Those of you who don't know me, keep watching along because, child, I got some stuff to say. And if this video found you, it's definitely for you, lovely. Hey y'all, and welcome. It is Twilahfaye here, and those of you who don't know, I used to go by Lena Mystic, but now I go by Twilahfaye. Twilahfaye is my God-given middle name, and I wanted to share a little bit more of a personal version of myself with you all without, crossing that line of what's sacred for me and what's not. But today, I was led to do this video at this time, this specific moment, by my guides, angels, and those of light, and ancestors, and all those that I venerate in my life and my lifestyle. And I know that it's for a reason. Let me give you a little story. I was meditating, and I like to set a timer. Lately, I've been slowly integrating 10-minute meditations into my everyday. This is something I used to do when I first was spiritually awakened, went through my first big spiritual awakening in 2017. And I used to meditate like 10 to 15 minutes every day. And then as time went by, it increased 20 minutes every day. Then it increased 40 minutes every day. Then sometimes it was for an hour or more. Now I'm at the 20-minute stage, and it's been nice because I feel very in my body, but out of it as well. I feel connected to my spirit, my mind, and my body. It's been nice. It's been really nice feeling back inside myself as a whole. And I find it so cool that I've been drawn to calling myself Twilahfaye, even though there's people in my life who do call me Twilahfaye, my middle name, but I'm going on a tangent. So I was meditating, and as I was meditating, right before I set a timer, 20 minutes, right? And then as I'm meditating, Spirit is giving me all these messages. I'm doing Reiki on myself. I am a Reiki master and licensed massage therapist. So I'm doing Reiki on myself, attuning myself, and just really healing myself each and every day. I do Reiki every day on myself. And it was a beautiful experience. And then there comes a time where I'm like, it feels like it's been a while, like it's almost been 20 minutes. Like, what's going on with the timer? And Spirit's like, no, not yet. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then the funny thing is, I could have sworn they told me the timer will go off when it's time to exit my meditation. I swear they said that to me. But now, as I'm speaking to you all, it's making sense. And I'm laughing because my guides are funny like that. Like, they're really chill, they're really cool. They're just, I wouldn't say human, but they're just spirits having a good time. We chilling, we vibing. And as I'm meditating, I'm like, all right, y'all, like, it really feels like it's been 20 minutes. This is weird. And I'm not obsessing over the time, but I'm just like conscious about it. I'm like, did I even set the timer? And then I'm like, yeah, I did. And then they keep reassuring me, it's cool, we're good, I got you. I'm like, okay. And then randomly they're like, all right, 20 minutes is up. I'm like, but the timer's not going off. Is this like my ego speaking to me? And they're like, nah, it's us. The music stops. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess the meditation really is over. I go look at my phone, and it's like, I set a timer for an hour and 20 minutes, not 20 minutes. It was an hour and 20 minutes, and they woke me up from the meditation right when it was time. I'm telling you, it said 20 seconds or something like that, 59 minutes and 29 seconds. And I found that so funny because obviously it took me a while to get up and go to my phone, like literally a few seconds. And they woke me up right when the 20 minutes was over. And that was the sign. The sign was, you can hear us. You're listening to us. You're receiving the signs. You have discernment, and you're ready. You're ready again. You may have wiggled your way through in limbo, but now you're ready. And you have done the things that we have asked you to. You have listened to yourself. You've listened to your body. You've changed your habits, and you are embracing yourself at max potential. And I just, I want to give myself a little round of applause because it was a lot. I feel like I had my spiritual awakening before I had my son. My son is 6 years old now. And for a while, it was incredibly powerful. And even when I wasn't meditating every day, I could feel the high vibrations within myself. Then, like, fast forward a year later, COVID is happening, all these things are happening, and I'm not really concerned. There was some really insane stuff going on in my life too, and I wasn't really concerned. It was an outer experience rather than an inner experience, and it didn't mess up my peace. But then a couple years go by, and it's like I still haven't been meditating as frequently. Maybe I do every other day, or maybe I do once a week, or maybe I haven't in months. And then the self-care depleted, eating habits got bad. And it's just like I was aware of these things, but I was on autopilot again. Like I was getting on autopilot again. And I kind of would do videos for you all only when I felt like I was at a frequency where I was doing what I needed to do spiritually. And I remember Spirit, sat me aside and said, I'm gonna let you learn something real quick. I'm gonna learn you something real quick. And Spirit said, don't stop even when you feel you're at your lowest, because there's always something to learn through every phase of your journey. Mind you, I didn't even know that this video was gonna be this, but they said, don't stop, keep documenting, keep sharing your light, because you may think that your light is low. You may think that your light is dim, but it's beautiful and it shines always. It's just like a candle. They're kind of showing me an image of a candle. It's like a candle. You see the candles behind me. And some of them look low, some of them are higher, it doesn't matter. They all have phases. Some candles are going to be low at first and then higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And we've seen it before. But candle doesn't sit there and judge itself about where it's at in the process. It's just in the process, and it's just being. And Spirit has constantly told me, love myself through every part of the journey. And when I was at such a high frequency and I felt like I was at a low one again, I felt like it was, now this is kind of, it's a little weird saying it. I felt like it was my fault that I was at a low frequency, but none of that really mattered. It's more so about removing the judgment of where you're at and loving yourself through the process, because that's what creates a higher frequency. So it wasn't the fact that I was where I was at. It was the fact that I was judging where I was at that made me at a low frequency. And this is another reason why it is so important for us not to look at other people and be like, they're vibrating at a low frequency. You saying that is a low frequency. So do not judge yourself nor another person where they're at in their journey and what they're learning in their lives. Everyone is learning something right now, and everything is valuable at this moment in time. So wherever you are in your journey, embrace it, love it, whether it's dim, whether it's bright. I mean, I love me a good dim lit, okay? I love me a good dim lit. I've been dim quite a few times. And every time I kind of get out of that dimness, I'm like, dang, I wish I had valued that time more, because it was beautiful. It was beautiful losing myself, because when I lost myself, I recreated, I developed. Artists, some of the most beautiful artists have created the most beautiful art pieces, because it is truth, it is light, it is them, it is authentic. And it's not always authentic to be at this extremely high frequency. And we have to be more honest about that. Being spiritual alone, we see so much darkness. We face so much darkness. Oh my God, I'm looking at the moon. God, hello, moon. Okay, I'm seeing a waxing crescent right now, and it's freaking gorgeous. I love that, because that's another sign. Even the moon goes dark. One of the most beautiful creations that you can see with your own eyes goes dark, turns into a new moon. And the new moon is opportunity for creation. The full moon is opportunity for release. God, it's so beautiful, guys. Oh my God, this is kind of like a trippy, like, did she smoke before this? No, I didn't. Granted, I did have some mugwort tea that I made. But I don't know. It's just beautiful. There's so many cycles around us in life that we can learn from. The seasons is one of them. Some of you may be entering into fall or autumn, or some of you, this is a timeless message, so you could be seeing this at any time when the seasons are about to change, or just recognizing that the seasons do change and saying, my seasons change too. And just because you're not out as much and mingling as much in the winter or the fall doesn't mean that those are periods that shouldn't be loved and admired. That period serves a purpose. Detachment, letting go, release, recreating, redeveloping, re-seeing. It's so beautiful. I could go on a tangent forever. I really could, and I really should, but not tonight. This is beautiful, guys. I just wanted to say to you, if you're going through a spiritual awakening and you've seen the ugly, you've seen the beautiful, appreciate it, all of it. All of it truly is beautiful, and it serves a purpose. Do not stop showing face just because you feel you are dimmer, because you're still a light being, and light is always light, whether someone sees it as dark or not. Light is always light. Dim is still light, and that's for real. And thank you, guys, because I didn't know we was going there. I really didn't. Like, I'm literally in PJs and I'm just chilling. I got my little jacket on, trying to chill. It's a little chilly, but I'm really grateful that I came here and I offered this connection because it's valuable and it serves a purpose. And I hope if I ever experience a feeling of emptiness, wondering where I'm at, and if I can appreciate this stage, I know that I'll find this video. And I know that that's probably why you found this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very grateful that we got to have this talk today. If you really know what I'm talking about, put a fire emoji or a light emoji, a light bulb, whatever, just so that we know we're on the same frequency. We feeling each other, we're understanding each other. And I pray that you feel in alignment and you know that you always are aligned. You get to create and intend where your alignment is. So be intentional and know that you always have a great opportunity in your life. Everything serves a purpose. Thank you so much once again, and I hope to see you in another video. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this message helps you to heal and get inspired, whatever is needed at this time in your life. May you always be blessed. And if you would like to see videos before anyone else does, make sure you become a member on this channel. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.